Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something I like to call accessible biological alchemy. We aren't just talking about your standard waste disposal here. We're looking at a highly structured, scientifically proven process that literally turns everyday waste into absolute wealth for your soil. If you've ever looked at a pile of organic kitchen scraps and wondered about its true potential, well, you're in exactly the right place.
So how exactly does a leftover banana peel or a pile of dried leaves actually transform into a nutrient-dense botanical superfood? I mean, it doesn't happen by magic. It happens through the incredibly efficient digestive systems of earthworms, who, by the way, have a phenomenal work ethic and a carefully managed microenvironment. Today, we're going to break down exactly how that transformation occurs.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be looking at setting up your vermibed, daily management and harvesting, the Vermicompost product family, the science behind the soil, and finally, Vermiwash, which is a powerful liquid plant tonic. Okay, let's dive into this.
Section 1. Setting up your vermibed. You know, the foundation of successful vermicomposting isn't actually the worms themselves, it's the home you build for them. You need to create a site that's about 1.5 meters wide, cool, well-ventilated, and strictly protected from both direct sunlight and heavy rain. Building this bed is a highly specific layered process that takes about 3 to 5 months to fully mature. You start with a 5 to 8 centimeter base layer of sand, gravel, and agricultural waste like sugarcane trash or coconut fiber, just to ensure proper aeration and drainage. On top of that, you lay down 15 to 20 centimeters of moist, loamy soil. Next up is a 4-inch layer of partially decomposed cow dung or farm waste. Then you introduce your worms, and finally, cover the whole shebang with dry straw or jute gunny bags to lock in the shade and moisture. Think of it like building a 5-star eco-hotel for annelids.
Now, what if you don't have access to perfect loamy soil? No worries at all. You can easily whip up an alternative, perfectly moist, biodegradable bedding mix. A recipe of 40% shredded cardboard, 40% thoroughly rinsed cocoa coir, and 20% hemp tow gives those worms the absolute perfect environment to thrive in.
4,150. Yep, that is exactly how many tiny alchemists, specifically live composting worms like red wigglers, you're going to need to inoculate a standard 2x1 by 0.75 meter pit. It's a precise biological workforce, and let me tell you, they are incredibly hungry.
But you can't just leave them to it. To keep that workforce happy and productive, your maintenance parameters must be dialed in. The logic here is pretty simple. The bed can't be too dry, but it also can't be too soggy. You'll want to water it 2 to 3 times a week to keep the moisture strictly between 60 and 70%. The temperature needs to stay in a comfortable 20 to 30 degrees Celsius range, and you actually need to physically turn the materials once or twice a month to guarantee the oxygen keeps flowing. Because let's face it, nobody likes working in a stuffy office, not even earthworms.
Section 2. Daily management and harvesting.
Once you've put in all that setup work, extracting your yield requires some careful timing and specific techniques. Day 0 is your setup, right? But around day 40, leading all the way up to day 75, that organic waste visually transforms. It literally stops looking like kitchen scraps and starts looking like rich, dark, crumbly soil. That visual cue is your green light to extract what we affectionately call black gold.
But how do you harvest without scooping up all your hard-working worms? The primary trick is actually really simple. Just stop watering. As the top layer dries out, the worms naturally migrate down to the moist bottom. Once they move down, you can safely harvest that nutrient-rich top layer using light manual separation or by sieving it for a fine texture. You can even use a migration method where you lure the worms to one side with some fresh food.
Section 3. The Vermicompost product family.
Looking at the actual output, this chemical-free, non-toxic yield doesn't just come in one single format. It's so viable that commercial suppliers like Sikri Farms in Ugao package and sell it in everything from small 1-kilogram bags for your indoor plants all the way up to massive 50-kilogram agricultural sacks. You can get it as a fine powder or as processed granules and pellets. There's even specialized leaf vermicompost derived entirely from broken-down leaf litter. And one of the most exciting innovations right now is seaweed-fortified vermicompost. That's where it's enhanced with sea minerals to significantly boost a plant's resistance to environmental stress. Pretty cool, right?
Now, what's really interesting here is the strategic difference in application. The fine powder is your go-to for immediate integration. It mixes beautifully for potting and top dressing, but those processed granules and pellets, those are your slow-release engines. They're structurally designed to break down over time, providing the steady, reliable stream of nutrients to the soil over the long haul.
Section 4. Science behind the soil.
Let's zoom in on the physical, chemical, and biological properties to see exactly why this material is so highly prized. Physically, worm castings are soft, spongy, and almost peat-like. They're dark brown to black, completely odorless, or at most, they have a really pleasant earthy smell. And they're highly porous, which massively improves soil drainage. Crucially, they hold 40 to 60% moisture. Because the particle size is so much finer than traditional compost, it offers a massive surface area for strong nutrient absorption, which actually drastically reduces how often you need to water your plants.
Chemically, the profile is an absolute powerhouse. It's packed with plant-available macronutrients. We're talking nitrogen peaking up to 2.59%, phosphorus up to 1.5%, and potassium up to 2.5%, alongside essential micronutrients like calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, and copper. Plus, it maintains a neutral pH, sitting comfortably between 6.8 and 7.6. This is a purely organic, non-toxic yield that completely contrasts with harsh synthetic alternatives. It is a totally safe amendment for your kitchen gardens and indoor plants alike.
The really crucial chemical mechanism here is a uniquely low carbon-to-nitrogen ratio, combined with a high cation exchange capacity, or CEC for short. Think of CEC as a powerful nutrient magnet for the roots. This combination is what allows for fast, highly efficient nutrient release, all while that high CEC acts as a stabilizing buffer right there in the root zone.
10 to 20. Biologically, vermicompost boasts a staggering 10 to 20-fold increase in beneficial microbial activity compared to regular soil. It doesn't just feed the plant, it literally feeds the soil itself. By passing through the earthworm, this material emerges absolutely teeming with beneficial bacteria, fungi, nitrogen fixers, and humic acids. And, as a bonus, the digestion process simultaneously eliminates most weeds and pathogens.
Section 5. Vermiwash, Liquid Plant Tonic.
Now, if you thought the solid compost was the only benefit of this setup, prepare to be amazed by the liquid runoff. Vermiwash is a nutrient-rich liquid biofertilizer and an organic pesticide obtained straight from the vermicomposting process. It's this incredible dual-threat liquid that serves both to nourish the plant and actively defend it.
I like to think of it as an invisible botanical cocktail. It collects the soluble macro and micronutrients, amino acids, and vitamins. But even more impressively, it contains actual plant growth promoters, hormones like indole-acetic acid, gibberellins, and cytokinin. These hormones actively stimulate flowering and enhance fruit yield. It also collects high counts of beneficial microbes, like Nitrosomonas, which are absolutely vital for cycling nitrogen into a form the plant can actually eat.
The versatility of this 7 to 8 pH liquid all comes down to how you dilute it. If you dilute it with water to a 20 to 30% concentration, you've got a powerful foliar spray that provides immediate, easily absorbed nutrients to boost plant immunity. But if you dilute it even further down to 5 to 10%, it acts as a mild biopesticide, actively inhibiting the growth of pathogenic fungi and repelling pests. It's essentially a non-toxic, eco-friendly liquid defense system.
So, we've walked through the science, the setup, and the incredible, chemical-free products you can harvest right in your own backyard or source directly from organic farms. Which really just leaves us with one final thought. With everyday waste holding such massive botanical power that reduces our reliance on synthetics and drastically improves waste management, what will you transform into black gold today? Thank you so much for exploring this explainer with me, and I truly hope this empowers you to look at the soil beneath your feet in a whole new way.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.